Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I can see people coming online. Thanks very much for joining me this morning. Really excited to be here one more time with you as usual. Thank you very much. Good morning from Facebook. Yeah, I can't see your name, but yeah, I can see you joining from Facebook. Thanks for joining. I want to believe you are hearing me loud and clear. I want to believe you're hearing me loud and clear. I'll just wait for 2 more minutes or thereabouts, and then we will kick off. But thanks for joining me. Welcome. And let's just wait a little bit more for one or two persons to join us today. And if you're joining online, I'd like you to just, I'm not sure where you're joining from. If you're joining on YouTube, you can just copy the link and share with your friends and family members. That will be greatly appreciated as well. If you're joining on Facebook, just do me a favor, just share the link. If you're joining on my page or on Life Excel's page or on SuccessConverge's page, you can just share the link. Even if you're joining from the group as well, I think you can also share the link out of the group. So I'll encourage you to just do that in the next few minutes as we wait for more people to join today. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks again one more time. I think we will kick off now. So I'll just stop this music on the background so that you can hear me very well. So I'll probably let it finish. All right. Great. Great. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me one more time. And welcome to Success Converge. Welcome to the very first Success Converge for 2024. Really excited to, be able to come up again to share with everybody in our community as we've always done in the past years. And it's always a pleasure for me to have, this great honor and this great opportunity to come before you and share a little bit of my knowledge or whatever God has inspired me with everyone. And my goal is to inspire you to become a person of excellence. My goal is to let you see that excellence is possible. I want to be the person who shows everybody that excellence can be made common in our time, in our generation. Because if you agree with me, you'll know that there is a lack of excellence. There is no abundance of excellence in our society, in our environment. There are no several examples of excellence in our environment and society. And for the little examples that we see, we always think it is impossible to achieve those in our own lives. When we see people excel, when we see people do great things, when we see people succeed, we feel that there's something special about them. that is making them to be successful, to be excellent. But the truth is that whatever it is that is making them to be excellent, to be successful in their own individual and personal life, you are able to achieve that as well. You're able to have that happen in your life or make that happen in your life as well. And so my life's goal, my life's vision is to provide the platform to make it possible for everybody to see that excellence is possible in such a manner that excellence will become common in our time and in our generation. So thank you very much for joining me on today's edition of Success Converge, the very first for this year 2024. If you don't know about Success Converge, I'll just talk to you a little bit about it, and especially if you're joining us for the first time. Success Converge like I said, it's a platform that we've created to inspire excellence, inspire intentional excellence in young people through the instrumentality of God's word. And we are from the Life Excel Resource Center, which is a faith-based, youth-led, non-denominational platform where our vision is to let people see the possibility of becoming excellent through the instrumentality of the word of God. And we have a Facebook group. If you don't know about it, I'll encourage you to just search Love Excel Resource Center on Facebook, and you will find both the page and also the group. And you are free to join whichever of these that you find. If it's the page, you can just follow or like. If it's the group, you just click on join, and yeah, we'll admit you into the group where we share lots of other great things as well. So that's just a little bit about Life Excel. And when you join the group, you get to know more about what we do as an organization. But today we're on Success Converge, and that is what is going to be our focus. And again, I want to really, really welcome you. So this is what we'll be looking at today. Today, I just want to focus on what I have titled "Empowered for Excellence," and it's kind of the theme that we are running with for this year as well in Life Excel. Every year, we come up with a theme that all the members of Life Excel try to focus on or channel their life, towards, in the sense that what we want to see or what we want to experience for that year would be in relation to that particular theme. So for this year, we were looking at empowering ourselves to experience a dimension of excellence, empowering ourselves to experience a dimension of excellence. That's what we're looking forward to. And so today, I'm going to unpack this, and I hope and believe that at the end of the day that you leave the session with one or two things that will help you to take one more step towards excellence in your life, in your business, in your career, in your family, in any area of your life, that you're desiring to see excellence. So that is my goal, or that is my ambition. Every time I come on Success Convert, to be an inspiration to you to take a step further, to believe, to understand, to know that excellence is possible, and also to understand and to know what it takes to become a person of excellence. And I guarantee you that if you learn and put them to use, you're going to experience a dimension of excellence that you've never ever had in your life before. So today we're going to be looking at empowered for excellence. So I'll start with this. Excellence does not just happen. And that's the fact. Like every other good thing in our lives, excellence does not just happen. Most people grow up with, the dream to be the best in their lives. They grow up with a dream to be the exceptional one, in their life. They want to deliver value. They want to make impact. They want to experience a dimension of excellence. They want to manifest a dimension of excellence. That is how most people grow up, with a dream, with a vision to exhibit excellence. But you get to understand that it is not everyone who has a dream for excellence ends up achieving it, because a lot of things come on our way, a lot of challenges, a lot of blockades, a lot of obstructions to our dreams, obstruction to those visions. They come as we grow. And so that makes it difficult for excellence to be something you can just dream about and then experience automatically just because you dreamt about it. Excellence doesn't just happen, it is a product of what you do or what you did not do. It is a product of what you do or what you did not do. So, as you dream about excellence, you dream about being the best in what it is that you do, whatever God has put in your heart, you're going to face difficulties, you're going to face challenges. And what you do when you face those difficulties, what you do when you face those challenges, or what you did not do when you face those difficulties or those challenges will determine whether you're going to experience excellence or not. So the point is, something must beget excellence. Something must beget excellence. Something must give birth to excellence to happen in your life. For you to have excellence, be exhibited, be manifested, be part of your life story, something must give birth to it. So, having said that, it's very important to understand that excellence is therefore not for the weak. Like I said, you have great dreams, you grew up with them, you grew up with great visions, but at the end of the day, we don't all achieve them because we face challenges, and only those who have the power to overcome those challenges end up becoming exceptional in their life because excellence is not for the weak. And when I talk about the weak, I'm not necessarily talking about physical weakness, right? I'm not talking about bodily weakness, if physical weakness of the body. Though that is important too, because if you are bodily weak, there are things you might not be able to do. And if those things are related to your capacity to experience excellence, then it becomes a problem. Right? So a healthy person bodily, a strong person bodily might stand a chance to experience more excellence, to achieve more excellence in his life compared to someone who may not. Even though that depends on situation and circumstances and environment and all that. So I am not specifically in this case referring to bodily weakness. When I'm talking about weakness in relation to excellence, I'm talking about the weakness of the mind. So, excellence, let me put it in context. Excellence is not for the people with weakness of the mind. Excellence does not respond to people with the weakness of mind. It is only for those who empower themselves to be exceptional in their work. So if you empower yourself to be exceptional in your work, then you're going to experience excellence. If you empower yourself to be excellent or to be exceptional in the work that you do, then you're going to experience it. It is not for the weak. And that is why it is important that we discuss this. How do you then empower yourself to do the exceptional work that you need to do in your life and your work so that you can experience excellence in a different dimension? So, empowering yourself is key to many great things, you know, including excellence. When you empower yourself, your life is transformed in many ways. When you empower yourself, you become more impactful. When you empower yourself, you create more opportunities for yourself. So, but among all these things that empowerment can do for you, one of the things that it can also do for you is that it can give you the opportunity to become an excellent person. So, among the several things you can do to become excellent, one of them is to empower yourself. All right. One of them is to empower yourself. Because empowerment is the source of any great thing that you want to see in your life. You will agree with me that, like I said in few slides back, that excellence will not come without a challenge. All right, so those challenges will come trying to test your courage, trying to test your confidence, trying to test your commitment, your capacity, your consistency, and so on and so forth. But if you look around you and look at the story of every great person that you know, you're going to see that there is no great person or great entity that you know that became great without being empowered in one way or the other. There is no great person who has experienced excellence or that is manifesting excellence that is doing that without being empowered. The empowerment can be externally by people or circumstances outside their control, or the empowerment can be internally by the conscious, conscious personal actions that we take or that the person takes. So when you see someone that is excelling, that person is doing so because there is a dimension of empowerment that has happened to that particular person. Externally, by support of people around him or her, or by the support of the environment that he or she has found himself or herself, or internally by the conscious personal actions or personal um, decisions that the person has taken. And those are the things that makes the difference when you see a person of excellence, that they have spent some time seeking empowerment in one way or the other. So empowering yourself, I want to repeat again, is key to many great things, including excellence. But because the question is, what does it mean to be empowered? And when we talk about empowerment, I know a lot of people might, take their back to what we hear every day from politicians, what we hear every day from our government, right? The government will come as a new government and they'll promise all kinds of empowerment and this and that. And we wait for them until the end of the tenure and nothing changes. We don't see any result. We don't see any program or any activity that encourages or increases the empowerment of the citizens. So what does that mean? What it means is that when we talk about being empowered, when we talk about empowerment, your focus should move a little bit away from the external factors like the government, the people in power, politics, and so on and so forth, to you as a person. When we talk about empowerment, I want you to look at it from a personal perspective more than an external perspective or other people's perspective, of what they have promised to do for you in one way or the other at one time or the other. So when we talk about empowerment or to be empowered, it means one, to have power and control over your life. To be empowered, one, means to have power and control over your life. So if you do not have power and control over your life, you are not empowered, no matter what has been promised to you, no matter what the government has promised to you. If you do not have power, if you do not have power and control over your life, then you lack empowerment, no matter what the government or anybody must have promised you. That's the first definition of what it means to be empowered. What it means to be empowered, number two, is to have the means to achieve something, for example, to become stronger or more successful. To have the means to achieve something. And that thing could be to become stronger in your body, in your finances, in your career, whatever it is, in your relationship, in love with your spouse and all that, or to become more successful. But the key word there is to have the means to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. That is what empowerment means. To have the means to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. Number three is to have the knowledge, then the confidence, and the means or the ability to actually do things for yourself or make decisions for yourself. To have the knowledge, the confidence, and the means or the ability to do things or make decisions for yourself. Think about that for a moment. So if you get any promise from any government, any politician, any person that you look up to, and that promise does not include increasing your knowledge, increasing your confidence, providing you with the means or the ability to do things for yourself or make decisions for yourself, then that empowerment strategy is in question. So, in a simple statement, when we talk about personal empowerment, it recognizes a complete responsibility for yourself and the choices that you make. There is no personal empowerment without you recognizing the responsibility that is upon you for yourself and the decisions that you make for yourself. So, anytime you come to a point where you're able to take responsibility for yourself and make decisions for yourself, you've began the journey towards personal empowerment. And if you can get to that point, then you have started moving towards doing things that can lead to excellence in your life. So, in the rest of the conversation, we're going to talk about the areas of empowerment that can lead to excellence that you need to take note of. What are the areas of empowerment that can lead to excellence for you? So that's what we're going to focus on in the rest of the conversation. I'm going to share about four of them today, and I hope that at the end of the day, it will be of benefit to you. The first kind of empowerment for excellence that you need is social empowerment. And now I'm not talking about social program by any government. We have dealt with that and we've said that no government can help you get empowered more than you can help yourself. Until you come to a point where you have that personal responsibility over your actions and your decisions and the choices that you make, then you won't be able to take the necessary steps and the actions that is required to become a person of excellence. So even when I'm talking about social environment and social empowerment, I'm still talking about you as a person and the social decisions that you make about your life. So your social empowerment or lack of it comes from your social networks and the relationships you keep. The people you spend time with and do life with. So when I'm talking about social responsibility, I mean social empowerment rather, I'm talking about the networks around you, the relationships around you, the people around you, the people you do life with. The the people you do life with, the people you spend time with can either one elevate you or bring you down. They can either elevate you or bring you down. They can either be a people of excellence or a people of mediocrity. They can either be a people of encouragement or a people of discouragement. They can either be a people of growth or a people of lagging behind, stuntness in a particular area. So the question is, who is in your network? Who is your friend? And who are your mentors? Who is in your network? Who is your friend? And who are your mentors? Are they people that are empowering you, or are they people that are pulling you down? Are they people that are empowering you, or are they people that are pulling you down? King Solomon said, walk with the wise and become wise, associate with fools and get in trouble. So, if you walk with wise people, you will definitely become what? A wise person. If you walk with fools, you get yourself in trouble because fools always get themselves in trouble. When I think about someone with a very strong social empowerment, I think of the story of that man that the friends, when he was sick, had to tear off the roof of a building, of a house, to lay him down so that Jesus could pray for him. And when I think of that man, I think about myself and my friends, my relationship, my networks, and I ask them, I ask myself, do I have friends? Do I have people in my network that can empower me in such a way that when I am in need, then I can find a means out of it through that network? And that's the question I also want you to ask yourself. So, social empowerment simply is a process in which individuals or social groups come to acquire skills necessary for taking control of their own lives and or supporting and reinforcing the personal empowerment of other members of their group or their community. A process in which individuals or social groups come to acquire skills that are necessary for taking control of their own lives. So, if the social network you are in is not the one that encourages the acquiring of the skill that is, or the skills that are necessary for taking control of your life, you are in the wrong group. Let me repeat it again. If the network, the social network that you are in, is not the type that encourages the acquiring of skills that are necessary for taking control of your life and supporting you to become personally empowered, then you are in the wrong group. Who are your network? Who are in your network? Who are your friends? Who are your mentors? What are you learning from them? How has the relationships you have empowered you to be a person of impact? How has the relationship that you've been in empowered you to be a person of influence? And that's the question that you need to answer for yourself. I'm not going to answer that for yourself, for you. I will answer it only for myself. Because at the end of the day, you are a reflection of the people you spend most of the time with. You are what? A reflection of the people that you spend most of the time with. Like I said, King Solomon said in Proverbs, if you walk with the wise, you become wise. But if you associate with fools, you get in trouble. So look at your life and where you are. You will definitely find a connection between where you are and the people in your life. You will find a connection between where you are at the moment and the people in your life. Jim Rohn said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend most of your time with, including yourself. So I can see the reason why I am where I am today. And you can see the reason why you are where you are today. Because I'm simply an average or a reflection of the people around me. And so I need to change my group. I need to change my class. I need to change my network. I need to change the people around me. If I want to be a millionaire, then my friends should be able to be in that class as well. So that if I have a $1 million problem or $1 million problem, then I can look around and beat my chest that in my network, at least there are people who can afford to lend me or help me out of that $1 million or $1 million problem. Such that if I want to excel as a student, if I want to excel as a family man, if I want to excel as a businessman, if I want to excel as a researcher, if I want to excel as a civil servant, whatever it is that I'm doing, I can look at myself, look at the people in my network, and I can beat my chest and say, okay, if I have this problem as an academic, I know someone I can reach out to. If I have this problem as a blogger, if I have this problem as a coach, if I have this problem as a speaker, if I have this problem as an author, if I have this problem as a business person, as a student, as a father, as a mother, as a whatever it is, I have the right people in my network to help me to succeed. I remember when I was in school many years ago, I had a social network of students, fellow students, who were passionate about succeeding. They were all passionate. We were all passionate about making a difference. We didn't want to just be like every other student. About 4 or 5 of us working together many years ago. What that did for me was that it helped me to develop skills, develop confidence that has helped me to excel in my profession. It helped me to achieve certain things growing up that has led me to where I am today. A few days ago, I posted on Facebook. I don't know if any of you that is listening at this moment saw it already. And the post was about a friend of mine that we were always saying to ourselves, there is no harm in trying. And I was saying in that post that helped to create a mind shift of confidence for me and for this particular friend of mine. And we practiced that in such a way that it became part of our life, that nothing was impossible to us. Like, we don't see anything and call it impossible. We don't see anything and call it impossible. Whatever opportunity that comes our way must be tackled, must be approached, must be attempted. Those were the kind of people I had in my social network. So I want to ask you, who is in your social network? Are there people that inspire you? Are there people that encourage you? Are there people that believe in you? Are there people that tell you that it is possible to succeed in what you're doing? Are there people that support you in any way that you want to be supported? Or are there people that laugh at your dreams? Or are there people that laugh at your attempts to succeed? Are there people that laugh at your vision? Are there people that pull you down, that talk evil about you, that talk less about your capacity and your capability? If those are the kind of people that you have in your life, then you need to change your social network so that you can become socially empowered to be the kind of person that you want to be. So when you have A network of excellent friends and mentors, they will always challenge you to be the best that you created to be. So if you want to experience excellence, you must do all you can to achieve social empowerment. So, how do you achieve social empowerment? Very simple. Number one, define what experience you want to have. Define what experience you want to have. Number two, review your networks and friends. Number three, cut off all networks that are not in the interest of that experience. So you start with an experience, you create a picture of what you want to experience in your life. When you create that experience, then you review your network and ask yourself who and who in my network, who and who in the list of my friends are in support of this experience I want to have in my life, and who are not in the interest of that experience. As soon as you find them out, cut them off, take them off from your life. I have done it several times. As soon as I meet you, I talk with you, and I see that your thinking pattern is different from mine. We're going different directions in life. We are not aiming at the same thing. Our vision or our desire or our experiences, what we want to experience in our life are different. I cut off from you. I don't care. Because if I leave you in my life, I won't have the space to accommodate those that are in the interest of my experience. So cut off all networks that are not in the interest of the experience you want to have in your life. Choose mentors who exhibit that experience. Choose friends who encourage such experience, and attend programs and events that encourage such experience. Very, very important, because where you gather will determine the kind of things you will learn and develop. If you gather in the wrong place, if you attend programs or events that are not in line with what experience you want to have, then there's no reason for you to expect to have that experience. No reason for you to expect to have that experience. So one, define what experience you want to have in your life, in your marriage, in your ministry, in your career, in your business, in your finances, in your health, and so on and so forth. What level of excellence do you want to experience? Two, review the current networks you have, review the current friends that you have. Three, cut off all the networks and the friends that are not in the interest of that experience. Four, choose mentors who exhibit that experience. Choose friends who encourage that experience. And then attend programs and events that will help to encourage that experience in your life. The second form of empowerment for excellence is financial empowerment. Financial empowerment. I see people who neglect their capacity to achieve financial freedom or financial empowerment, and yet they want to experience excellence because they fail to see the connection between financial empowerment and excellence. I can tell you for a fact that there are things you can never ever step into in your life without some level of financial empowerment. There are things you can never ever step in, no matter how you dream about them, no matter how you envision them. If you don't have a financial empowerment that is at par with that dream and that vision, you will not be able to experience it. So your financial empowerment or lack of it will determine how much excellence you may be able to showcase. So excellence, again, is not for people who are financially poor towards themselves. And I'll explain. Excellence Excellence is not for people who are financially poor towards themselves. So you have people who believe that they want to be excellent. But when it comes to investing into themselves, when it comes to investing into knowledge, when it comes to investing into skills, when it comes to investing into building their mental capacity, they will rather prefer to wear the trending clothes or the trending shoes than to pay for a program or a project that will help them to move to the next level of excellence. And there are people that are like that, believe it or not. That is why sometimes even you in your life, You've seen a course that you're supposed to pay for that would move you to a new level, a new dimension of excellence, but you think the course is expensive. So you would rather want to use the money to travel and enjoy yourself, visit a new city, a new town, buy new clothes, and so on and so forth, than buying that course or paying for that course. There are people that are like that. There are people that are like that. Why is financial empowerment important? Why is financial empowerment important? Financial empowerment is important in relation to your search or your pursuit of excellence, because some of the truths that you need to become a person of excellence will need to be paid for. You need funds to access some of the truths that will open you up to the dimension of excellence that you are looking for. That is the reason why financial empowerment is important when it comes to the pursuit of excellence. To access the truth you need to shift your mind from mediocrity to excellence will require money or resources. To access the truth you need to shift your mind from mediocrity to excellence will require what? Money, will require resources. And that is the reason why you need financial empowerment. That is the reason why you need financial empowerment. If you're somebody who is striving for excellence, you want to be an excellent person, then you must seek financial empowerment. A financially empowered person is both informed and skilled. Informed and skilled. So you have information about finance and you have skills to access finance. They understand how to spend their money, make wise financial decisions, and have access to resources to help them reach their goals. This is not, I want you to read it for yourself and see what that says again. Take a few seconds and read it for yourself. That a financially empowered person is both informed and skilled. They understand how they spend their money. So when it comes to spending money, they know where it goes to. They know that for every money I spend, it increases me in one way or the other. It helps me to do what? To reach my goals. They don't spend money on things that don't lead to their goals, that don't help them to reach their goals. They make wise decisions, wise financial decisions, and they have access to help them reach their goals. Is this where you are? But this is where every excellent person is. So is this where you are? Is this how you see yourself when it comes to finances? Do you dream of financial empowerment? And if you do, what is the reason for your financial empowerment, for seeking or dreaming of financial empowerment? What is your reason? See what King Solomon said again. He said, invest in truth and never sell it, in wisdom and instruction and understanding. Invest in truth and never sell it, in wisdom and instruction and understanding. Again, let me emphasize this again. Why is it important to invest in truth? It is important to invest in truth because some of the truths that you are lacking actually hold the secret to your ability to excel. Investing in truth is important because some of the truths you are lacking that you've not invested in hold the secret to the excellence that you are seeking, to your ability to excel. In the book, in those books that you've not bought or you're waiting to buy, are locked up some secrets. In paid events, in paid coaching, in paid workshops, in paid trainings, are locked up truths or secrets that can enhance your ability to do what? To excel. Now, if you do not have the financial capacity to access, and this is a different case. I started with the case of people who have the financial capacity, or the financial empowerment, but they prefer to unwisely spend their finances. But I'm talking to people who at the moment may not have. And the question is, for those who do not have financial empowerment, how do you then think you can access this secret for excellence if you don't have financial capacity to access them? You see the reason why financial empowerment is important? Because what financial empowerment does for you then is to give you access. If you are a wise, empowered person, if you are a wise, financially empowered person, like we saw in the previous slide, you know that with every financial empowerment that comes to you is an unlocking of a vault filled with secrets for excellence. In books, in trainings, in coaching, in mentoring, in attending events that may need to be paid for. There are people that, since they've been born, they've never bought anything paid for. They are the freebies guys. But the truth is, there are things that freebies cannot do for you. I have a lot of tools I've used, including the one I'm using now, to stream to you. Including the one I'm using now to stream to you, and you might be looking at it and you like the way it's, streaming on your screen and all that. Is a tool I bought. The only reason I bought it is because I wanted to have an excellent delivery like this. I wanted to have a beautiful delivery, a platform that helps me to put out my message excellently without any challenges or limitations that will hold me back from expressing the excellence that I want to express. And this is just one of those tools. I have several of them. And for each of them, I pay. There are some of them that are free, quite all right. But every time I've come across anything I see that I think would increase my ability or my capacity to deliver excellently, I pay for it. I pay for it. I pay for training when it's necessary. I pay for tools when it's necessary. I pay for coaching when it is necessary. I buy paid programs when it is necessary, and so on and so forth. The only reason why I'm able to do that is because I have consciously thought about financial empowerment for myself. So as I'm making money, I'm thinking, now, okay, some of this money that I'm making is actually meant for something that I'm going to invest in to help me increase my excellence. Now, I want to think about a certain time in your life when you had a great and a wonderful idea, and the only reason why you could not implement that idea was because you didn't have the financial empowerment to do that. How do you feel thinking back to that time? And how much since then do you desire to have a financial empowerment that will help you to manifest every dream, help you to manifest every vision? Now, I know that there's a saying that what you need is an idea. When you have an idea, money will come. That money will come. That is true. But if you have an idea and money comes for the first phase of that idea, and money does not continue to come, then the next phase of that idea will be suffocated. You have an excellent dream, you have an excellent idea, you have an excellent program, you have an excellent whatever it is, business, goals, and all that. And somehow money came for the first phase of it, and the money stopped coming. I guarantee you 100% that that dream, that vision will die because you need financial empowerment to move that vision to the next level. You need financial empowerment to move that vision to the next level. Let's move on. Now, look at this graph that I saw when I was preparing, and I thought I would share with you to further buttress the need for anybody who is seeking financial empowerment. I mean, anybody who is seeking to be an excellent person in whatever they do to seek financial empowerment. Even just look around you, look at people who are doing great things, and you love what they are doing. You know that one of the factors that is pushing the great things that they are doing and you are admiring is because they have financial empowerment. But in this graph, the blue line shows people who are empowered financially, and the pink line shows people who are not that empowered financially. And is the relationship between their income level or whatever amount of income level according to this graph is a relationship between their income level and their emotional well-being. Let me also point out that you cannot be an excellent person if you are not emotionally balanced. If you are emotionally imbalanced, you cannot be an excellent person. And interestingly, this study is showing us that there is a relationship between emotional well-being and financial empowerment. And if you look at it, these other guys, as they are continuously getting empowered, their emotional well-being is at a positive level. The guys on blue. While the other guys who are not financially empowered, their emotional level were negative. And as they continue to get empowered, it continues to go up until it entered, the positive level. So there is a relationship between your emotional well-being and your financial empowerment. So what that means then is that if you are what that means then is that if you are financially empowered, then you will be emotionally balanced. Your emotional well-being will be in the right state, and then you can have the mental freedom to pursue excellence. Let me say it again. If you are financially empowered, your emotional well-being will be balanced, and you can have the mental freedom to achieve or to pursue any dimension of excellence that you desire. But if you're not financially empowered, your emotional well-being will be fluctuating, just like we see in that graph. And what that means that you will not have the mental freedom to think, act, take decisions that will help you to pursue the dimension of excellence that you want to see in your life. So money is important in the pursuit of excellence. Money is important in the pursuit of excellence. There is no way you can, you know, you know, be at the level of excellence that you want if you don't have access to the knowledge, to the truth, to the opportunities that will lead to that excellence. And some of those will come to you only when you have the financial capacity to afford them. So, how do you then achieve financial capacity? Rather, how do you then achieve financial empowerment? Simple. The first thing is to change your attitude towards money, really. Change your attitude towards finance. Change your attitude towards finance. When finance comes into your hand, what is the first thing that comes into your mind? Is it to improve what you're doing or to enjoy yourself first? And there is nothing wrong with enjoying yourself first. But there is something wrong with always trying to enjoy yourself first when you have things to improve on. There is something wrong with always trying to enjoy yourself first when you have things you need money for that can help you to improve in your pursuit of excellence, that can help you to improve in your manifestation of excellence. Then there is something wrong and you need to change that. Understand your financial situation and how it limits you. Yeah, so sometimes there are programs I want to attend, but the fee to attend those programs is like $50,000. I can't afford 50 at this stage. I cannot afford $50,000 for a program. I cannot attend any of such program. But I can attend a 250,000 naira program. I can even attend a million naira program in Nigeria. So I have an understanding of my financial situation and how it limits me. And you too should have an understanding of your financial situation and how it limits you. And when you know that, when you have that understanding, next thing you need to do is to seek financial knowledge and opportunities. I want to attend a program of 50,000 because if I at $50,000, because if I attend this program, it will give me opportunity to network with the best of the best in the field. It will give me opportunity to secrets on how to increase my customer base. It will give me opportunity to understand who are the key players and how to tap into their networks, extra network and so on and so forth. So these are the things that would do for me. So I would then need to seek an opportunity or seek knowledge that will help me to up my game to that particular level. So understand your financial situation and how it limits you. Seek financial knowledge and opportunities to increase or up your financial empowerment. Monetize your expertise the more, because sometimes it might just be that what you need is to put your skills to work a little bit more, raise your financial empowerment, and then do what? Reinvest the profit into trainings and financial and other financial increase. So you monetize your expertise, then you get a profit out of it. You reinvest the profit into two things: more money, more financial empowerment, and then any other training, any other empowerment, any other program or project that you need to embark on to help you now build the capacity to pursue the kind of excellence that you want to pursue or to achieve the kind of excellence that you want to um, achieve. These are the things you need to have at the back of your mind. It is very, very important that you have the financial empowerment to access all the things that will lead to excellence in your life. All right. The next that we want to look at is mental empowerment. And I cannot overemphasize this. I cannot overemphasize mental empowerment when it comes to your dream to be an excellent person, when it comes to your pursuit of excellence. You cannot overemphasize mental empowerment because you cannot rise, right? You cannot rise above your thinking. You cannot rise above your thinking. The quality of your thinking will determine the quality of your life and the degree to which you will experience excellence. The quality of your life, the quality of your thinking will determine the quality of your life and the degree to which you will experience excellence in that life. In the last Success Converge, for those who were not online or haven't list watch the replay, I will encourage you to watch the replay of the last Success Converge we had on mental models for intentional excellence, because in that session I took time to unpack everything about mental models and you know how your mindset plays the game of holding you back from being a person of excellence, and what you can do to shift your mentality um, towards your desire, your pursuit of excellence. So in simple terms, your mental empowerment or lack of it will determine the perception and the behavior you will have towards excellence. Your mental empowerment or the lack of it will determine the perception and the behavior you will have towards excellence. Because mental empowerment is the manifestation of internal motivation, the manifestation of internal motivation with respect to what is meaningful to you in life. What does life mean to you? In respect to what you think you are competent in, what do you think you have capacity for, what do you think you can do, in terms of how determined you are to do those things and the impact that you want to make. So if you lack mental empowerment, there is no way you can have any motivation for a positive meaning in life. There is no way you can have a motivation for believing in your capacity. There is no way you can have motivation to be self-determined. There is no way you can have a motivation to make an impact. Not possible. And like I said, I can't overemphasize it. If you lack it here, if you lack it here, forget about it. Just forget about it. You can't do anything, right? You can't do anything. If you constantly believe in that you cannot, then you cannot. If you constantly believe that everybody around you are evil and unsupportive of your dream and vision, then you cannot have people who support your dream and vision around you. If you don't believe that you can change a habit that can lead to excellence, then you cannot. Because if you lack that internal motivation, then you are unable to manifest any positive meaning about your life. You won't see any reason for living. When you see people who think that what is in this life, that's their question. What is even in this life? What are we even doing? Let me just enjoy myself. After all, everybody will die. That person lacks mental empowerment. When you see people doubt their capacity to achieve anything in life, that person surely lacks mental empowerment. When you see people or a person who lacks self-determination for what they believe in, for what they think they can do with their life, people who do not believe or lacks, the ability to believe that they can be a person of impact or influence, they lack what? Mental empowerment. And that is not the person that you want to be with your life. To make a change towards excellence, your mental models must align with the desired change that you want. So if you want to make a change, your mental models must align with the desired change that you are desiring to make. So you can't be hoping to be an excellent person when mentally you see yourself as a mediocre or a person who is good for nothing. It's not possible, right? So how do I achieve mental empowerment? How do I achieve mental empowerment? Have confidence in yourself. Have confidence in yourself. Have confidence in your ability. Have confidence in the gift that God has given to you. Have confidence in the people who trust your dream and your vision. Confidence is very, very important. If you can build self confidence, it will flow into every other area of your life. Feed your mind with the right information and the right resources. Have access, allow yourself, hoping that you now have financial empowerment. The next thing is to allow yourself access to the right information and the right resources. Like we said, some of them need to be paid for. The best of them need to be paid for. So as you now empower yourself financially, next thing is to feed yourself, feed your mind with the right information and the right resources. Grow your skills, grow your expertise. Because the more you build expertise, the more your mental strength grows. So, because if I know that I can do something and do it very well, it empowers it in my mind. Something happens to it, right? Something happens to my mentality. Something happens to my mindset that makes me to believe more in myself and want to take action because I know that I've grown in my skill, I've grown in my expertise about something or in an area. That knowledge alone helps to increase my mindset, or push my mindset towards positivity rather than negativity. And then learn from past experiences. Things that didn't work because of lessons that are in them for you, not because of any kind of punishment, not because of anything negative, but specifically because of the lessons that are in them for you to learn. And when you learn from your past experiences, your mindset changes when you encounter that kind of experience again in the future. So if I failed a unit as a student, and I sit back with the lecturer and ask the lecturer, why do you think I failed? And the lecturer tells me it's because you did this, you did this, you did that. But if you do it this way or do it that way, you are going to actually pass the unit. So now I've taken lessons from my failure. Now I know what I did wrong, and I know how I can do it better in the future. And so when I encounter that unit again, I'm going into it with a mindset that is empowered, that I've taken up knowledge, taken up lessons, taken up experience, taken up skills or whatever from my past experience of that unit. So, to achieve mental empowerment, build your self confidence, feed your mind with the right information and access to the right resources, grow your skills and expertise, learn from your past experiences. And of course, the last form or kind of empowerment I'd like to share with you tonight is spiritual empowerment. Spiritual empowerment, because excellence is a spirit. I don't know how to explain this to you, but excellence is a spirit. And I remember, and I've shared this several times, I've shared it in different occasions, how after I had finished my first degree, that something suddenly dawned on me that I had the capacity to do more than I did in my first degree. And to me, I did my best. I did my best. But even at that, when I had this knowing, my life changed. My experience changed. As I began to think more about it and began to reason more about what it means to be an excellent person, everything about my life started changing. Why? Because I believe I connected to that spirit called excellence. So there is no way you can manifest excellence until you are empowered by the spirit of excellence. You might think you are the best in what you're doing. Just wait until you contract or have a contact with the spirit of excellence. You will move to a different level altogether. you move to a different level altogether. And for me, since I came into contact with the Spirit of Excellence, have an encounter with the Spirit of Excellence, my life and story has been the story of excellence. And one of the days I was asking God, I was like, why am I having these experiences? And the Spirit told me, it is because I want to make your life a testimony of excellence. What am I saying? Spiritual empowerment is powerful in your journey onto excellence because excellence is a spirit. Every single person in the scripture that you know that exhibited excellence, from Joseph to Bezalel, from David to Daniel, all had a touch of the spirit of excellence. And that is the reason why till today we are still talking about them. That is the reason why till today we are doing what? Still talking about them. And what is spiritual empowerment? Simple. It's all about being confident in your ability to access the spirit of excellence and manifest the character of that spirit in your mind, in your body, and in your human spirit. Your ability to access the spirit of excellence and then being able to manifest the character of the spirit of excellence in your mind so that when you think clearly. When you reason clearly. When you talk to people, you talk clearly, you talk excellently. When you deliver a task in your body, when you deliver a task, when you are involved in an activity, you do it excellently, and people will be wondering, why is your own different? Why do you write so differently? Why is your own building, your structure, your architectural work so beautiful? Why, is the website that you created so wonderful? And in your human spirit, when you communicate with other people, when you relate with other people, they see, that release of uniqueness in the way you interact, in the way you relate with people. And you are not doing any of these things because you want to overshadow anybody. You're not doing any of this is because you want to become in the person in the limelight. You're only doing it because you want to share. You want to share your gifting. You want to share your excellence. You want to share your ability with them. When you have a spiritual empowerment, that is what it does for you. It gives you the ability to access the mind of the spirit of excellence and then manifest the character of the spirit in your mind, in your body, and in your human spirit. You can have social empowerment. You can have financial empowerment. You can have mental empowerment. But if you lack spiritual empowerment, trust me, your impact will be limited. It doesn't matter the kind of spirit that you're connected to. It doesn't matter the kind of spirit you're connected to. Because even the spirit of the devil can fake some kind of what the word called excellence. But the point I'm trying to make is this: without spiritual empowerment, your degree of excellence will be limited. If you want to have an unlimited degree of excellence, if you want to have an unlimited experience with excellence, you need spiritual empowerment. You need spiritual empowerment. Look at what the scripture says. It says, and you know that God anointed, which means what? Empowered. Eh, so I'm paraphrasing. You know that God empowered Jesus of Nazareth with Holy Spirit and with power. Then Jesus went around doing good, excelling, went around excelling and healing all who were oppressed by the devil, for God was with him. Two key words there that I've emphasized: empowered and excelling. Even Jesus, who was the most successful man that's ever walked the earth, who was the most excellent man that ever walked the earth, did not achieve that without an empowerment. How do you think you can achieve a dimension of excellence without the empowerment by the spirit of excellence? Jesus has social empowerment. Of course, that is the reason why we have Christianity today, because of the social empowerment he had. He connected with the best of the best. In his network were people who were fearless, who were courageous, who were able who were committed, who were submissive to his vision, his dream of excellence. Remember when I was talking about social empowerment, that if the people are not in support of your interest in the experience that you want to have, then they are not part of they're not supposed to be part of your life. Jesus had people in his life who were in support, 100% support of the experience that he wanted to have. So he had social empowerment. Of course, he had financial empowerment. Scripture told us that. Never lacked anything. Of course, he had mental empowerment. That is why he will say, I am, and I am. He will say, I am the greatest. I am the truth, the way, and the life. I am God. I am the bread of life. I am this and that. Why? Because the mindset was an empowered one. But he also had, as we can see from the scripture, that he had spiritual empowerment. So if Jesus needed all these things, to be an excellent king, be an excellent leader, be an excellent visionary, why do you think you don't need empowerment to excel? Why do you think you don't need empowerment to excel? Friends, you need empowerment to do what? To excel. So how do you achieve spiritual empowerment? Very simple. The simplest of all of these. Ask. Ask for the gift of the spirit of excellence. Just ask for the gift of the spirit of excellence. And when you receive the gift of the spirit of excellence, put your gifts to use at all times. Put them to use at all times, because as you use your gift, the more you use your gift, the more you grow in excellence, the more you grow. I didn't start speaking like this. I didn't start speaking like this. I didn't start having this confidence to even come online and say I'm live streaming. I'm doing a live stream and people are listening to me online. I didn't start like that, but I started one day. I believe that I have something unique. I believe that I have something special in me, which is the gift of the spirit of excellence. And this gift has empowered me to speak, empowered me to do certain things, and I began to do them. When I started writing with no idea what I was doing, but I continued writing. I continued writing and I continued writing. And as I wrote, it improved. As I wrote, it improved. As I wrote, it improved. Just like that. So today it's yesterday I was teaching someone on how to write. In my course, I teach people how to write because my eyes open to strategies, to ideas, tips and tricks on how to write better. But it was by putting it to use, having understood that I have the gift of the spirit of excellence on my writing skill, for example. So, whatever gift you have, ask the spirit of excellence to envelope that gift and then begin to put that gift to use. The more you do it, the more you are manifesting the character of the spirit in your mind, in your body, and in your human spirit. So, to recap, we all need social empowerment to excel in life. We all need financial empowerment to excel in life. We all need mental empowerment to excel in life. We all need spiritual empowerment to do what? To excel in life. So I round up with this. Where should I start then? That might be your question. I give you a few tips on how to start. One, ask yourself, which of these kinds of empowerment do I lack? Which of these empowerment do I lack? Number two, ask yourself, how do I start the journey to acquiring that kind of empowerment? I've shown you how to go about it. I've given you some tips on how to go about, but ask yourself more. How do I start the journey of acquiring it? If I lack social empowerment, where do I start from? Do I need to cut off from some friends and begin to build new friends? Where do I go to find the right friends? How do I have the skills to find the right friends or build a new network? If I need financial empowerment, what do I do to begin to achieve that or see that come to pass in my life? If I have need for mental empowerment, where do I start from? If it is spiritual empowerment that I need, where do I start from? Ask yourself, number three, who can help me grow in any of these? Because for all of these, someone can help you. By the grace of God, I have a model which I haven't spoken, nobody has seen it, nobody, I haven't shared with anybody, I haven't put it out in the public. I have a model that God has given to me that is called the model for intentional excellence. I can actually help you grow in any of these areas of empowerment. But there are other people also out there who can help you. You need to ask yourself, who can help me do that? Locate them and find them. Now, this thing that we're doing every month, Success Converge, is part of the things we are doing to help people who want to grow in any area of their life in terms of excellence, to grow. And then lastly, you need to pray that the God of excellence will empower you in all you do going forward. All you do going forward from now, you can ask God to empower you with the spirit of excellence. Because the spirit of excellence, the true spirit of excellence, is the spirit of God. If God releases this to you, then the rest is history. And that is where I come to the end of today's Success Converge. So I want to thank you. Really, really thank you. I want to appreciate you for your time, sharing that with me today. And I hope that you've learned something new. I hope that you've been encouraged and inspired. That's what I just hope. To put everything that you've learned, everything we've shared today to use. Think about how to empower yourself socially. Think about how to empower yourself mentally. Think about how to empower yourself financially. Think about how to empower yourself spiritually. And I guarantee you that if you achieve these four kinds of empowerment, there is nothing that will not excel in your life. There is nothing that will not excel in your life, especially if you put them to use. Especially if you put them to use. Thank you very much for joining me. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks everyone online. God bless you too. Thank you for sharing your time with me. I really, really appreciate it. And I want to let you know that we'll be coming back again next month for the edition of Success Converge, and the details will be made available as soon as we have a go ahead with the concept for next month. But I wanted to keep tabs with us. If you're not a member of Life Excel, I want to encourage you to join Life Excel Resource Center on Facebook. The group is there, and the page is also there that you can like. And if you're in the group, I wanted to contribute. I've been the one contributing for a very long time, and that's not the vision for the group. I want to encourage you to contribute. You are gifted, you're talented, you have potential, right? And that is the reason why you're in the group. So I just encourage you to go ahead and share your original content, share your knowledge, share your wisdom, encourage and empower everybody, with the gift that God has given to you. Thank you very much, Israel, for joining. So great to see you, join the session. Really, really appreciate it as well. So, thanks everyone again, and I hope to see you for next month's Success Converge. God bless you. Let your life excel. Bye.